Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Yeah, Watch Mojo, what it do? Today's trial update. 5 shocking Diddy trial updates. Las Vegas, private jets, and chaos in the jury. There is jury chaos going on. There is a lot of things going on in Vegas. And private jets? Have y'all been keeping up with the trial? It's a lot of like. I think I'm a be 100. I think there's a lot of things that are also being kept secret pertaining to this trial. I don't think the truth has really been displayed from Diddy, but also the presumed victims. I think the prosecution is also trying to hide certain things, or not necessarily purposely hide, but not wanting to bring those things to light. And I think Diddy's defense also, do you drop the ball and let it all explode to make sure your person gets off?
You saying like at one time?
No, I'm saying like, do you just let the ball drop and be like, hey, y'all want to know the real truth? Here's the real truth of everything.
I mean,
if they can get them off.
At the end of the day, I guess you will have to, if you see fit with that, like, because at the end of the day, the main goal is to win, right?
Sure.
If for them, that's the main goal, is to win, to get your client off.
Let me ask you this: how you feel about people going under a pseudonym?
I mean, I don't.
Cause we got two individuals. We got Jane Doe and we got Mia.
Yeah, at this point, I just feel like just put yourself out there. Like, tell your story.
Cause I say this,
I guess somebody will be like,
it just reminded me of the reason why.
But they're like, well, yeah, they still are telling their story, but I'm like, just stand in it, like, hey, this is me, this is my story, this is what I went through, whatever the case may be. But
and we're gonna get into the video. Chill, just vibe out. Like this is a reaction video. If you don't like reactors talking and stuff, like, go do something else.
Just go elsewhere. Go ahead.
But I think the reason why Mia and Jane Doe are going under pseudonyms is because they were trying to hide their identity before the trial. Because Mia, even up to the time Diddy was arrested, was still in communication or trying to be in communication with Diddy. And Jane Doe is still to this day, her rent is being paid by Diddy. If those two names... And lawyer. If those two names were revealed, it could kind of mess them up. Because you're not hiding your identity because you're afraid that something... Because he already know everybody that's testifying. He knows them. Like, he already has a relationship of some sort. But Mia was trying to get back in with him. Jane Doe is still... being
taken care of.
Also, supposedly, Jane Doe was... On the day he was getting arrested, supposedly a freak-off was getting ready to be set up at that time. And Jane Doe was supposed to be coming in to participate in the freak-off at that time. So that basically he got arrested right before him and Jane Doe supposedly, this is just alleged, was going to have a freak-off. Because they raided his room and found the setup for the freak-off. So that's crazy in itself. But hey... Make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Like it in with a thumbs up.
Hey, man. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Jane said they compared themselves to basketball stars. Jane was Kobe Bryant, Paul was Shaquille O'Neal, and Combs was Michael Jordan.
This was the craziest shit I heard, bro.
I was like, huh? Y'all did what?
Oh, Paul.
Yeah.
Because what do Shaq call himself? Well, what do Shaq always allude to himself?
What?
The most dominant specimen of all time. That's what Shaq do be consider himself.
Yeah.
He's like, no other big man is more dominant than I am.
And so that's what they...
Oh, did you hear about the whips?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you heard about her, the shorts and the whips.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're detailing the bombshell revelations and notable occurrences from the 5th week of Sean Diddy Combs' federal trafficking trial. Warning, certain information contains distressing details.
Defense attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs accusing federal prosecutors of a thinly veiled effort to dismiss a black juror from the 55-year-old mogul sex trafficking and racketeering trial.
Jane returns to the stand.
What did Jane say on the witness stand today?
Oh, she said a lot, Eva.
On day 19 of Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial, the woman testifying under the pseudonym Jane continued her direct examination. She read texts in which Combs pressured her to send, quote, bad girl messages, despite her expressing fears that he was keeping incriminating footage of their explicit encounters.
Text messages from 2023 introduced today in court reveal just how badly Jane wanted out. I don't want to be used and locked in a room to perform and fulfill your fantasies. I'm coming to the realization of what this really is.
Jane testified that she felt manipulated and degraded, saying she no longer wanted to play a role she described as, quote, dark and, quote, sleazy.
I'm not a porn star. I'm not an animal. I need a break.
Frustrated that he was seeing other women while continuing to plan hotel nights with her, Jane said she felt she had to, quote, earn basic affection. She further described an alleged violent altercation after confronting Combs about another woman, claiming he physically assaulted her and damaged her home before sending an assistant with up to $12,000 in cash. During one incident she referred to as a, quote, sobriety party, Jane said she vomited after intercourse with 2 men, but was then pushed into having relations with a third. She says she later developed infections.
Broke down in court while describing encounters with multiple sexual partners during so-called hotel nights with Combs, similar to those now infamous freak-offs.
Jane also testified that Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit felt eerily similar to her own experience.
She almost fainted when she learned about Cassie Ventura's lawsuit against Combs, testifying it was like reading her own story.
She says she was at Diddy's home when CNN released footage showing him assaulting Cassie and helped him craft his public apology.
I was stuck.
Have over his facts. What's that?
Oh, that's like a damn. It starts with a B, but some cloth.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I can't.
I wondered, did she, like, in all seriousness, I wondered, did she faint at reading?
But I don't think he was wearing it with Jane Doe though.
Oh, okay. I wondered with Jane, did she faint after reading the story? Like, oh, this.
I know.
I was trying to talk. I was talking.
No, just listen real
Okay, go
quick.
ahead.
I was saying I wasn't trying to pause to go into those details yet. I was trying to let them finish. But when you pointed something out, I was like, "What you pointed out?" That's why I paused and went back. Yeah. Okay. My bad. You want to talk?
No, because it's okay. I'll forget by that time.
Oh, go ahead and say it.
No, it's okay.
No, go ahead and say.
It's okay.
Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Let's move on.
Say.
Her own story.
She says she was at Diddy's home when CNN released footage showing him assaulting Cassie and helped him craft his public apology.
I was stuck. I hit rock bottom. But I made no excuses.
Somber, serious, seemingly facing the music and his own disturbing actions.
Despite everything, Jane testified that they continued to communicate until his arrest.
Sean Combs is still not only just paying her rent, but also paying her legal bills.
Cross-examination of Jane.
And that's what. So, do you remember what you were going to say? I was just trying to allow them to finish before I interject.
No, I was just about to say, I wonder if she was fainting as far as like reading the story, like, oh, this is my story. She's seen that amount. Because I don't know if that was disclosed as far as like the amount that they settled for.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I wonder, she was like, was she fainting because, oh my gosh, like he paid all this money to her? Like what? But
how do y'all feel about Jane Doe? Like, how do y'all really feel about Jane Doe? And I'm just saying, like, based off her testimony, and if you know about the cross-examination, because the information technically that they gave y'all is not. That's what I said. Sometimes you got to watch multiple different sources, and you got to hear like things verbatim, and not just them spitting in a you know what I'm saying, in a short vid.
Yeah.
Because then you want, like, they can only paraphrase a lot and kind of paint the picture how they want it to be painted. Which everybody does. That's the reason why it's good to hear things from multiple sources. I think James is full of a lot of shit, though, personally. Because you got to hear about the abuse. Once you hear about the abuse, you side eye, because the abuse only happened one time. In that whole, and I know somebody go, even though it only happened once, it should never happen in the first place, which is 100% true. But also, if Jane never put her hands on him, I don't think the abuse would have ever happened. And I know it's not right that he heard the back, and that's a whole nother conversation. But if he was never, and she even said on stand that she was surprised to even see this side of him, because she has never witnessed that side of him before that video came out. And she was like, that was a new side of him that I never witnessed before, which is weird. Also, and that's the reason why I wish they would disclose who Jane is, because I do feel like people really should know who these people are. And so we can get a true depiction of you and your character. Mm-hmm. Because once you identify someone's character, you can identify certain traits that they show. And you'll be like, especially if they have showed these traits before, in these actions before in a previous relationship or whatever, you can be like, you really look at them and be like, what are you really doing here? You know? Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's another reason why the prosecution don't want to show Jane, like, as far as who she really is, and put her name out there. It is not for the child. You know what I'm saying? It's not to protect her child, because she does have a child. She even stated on stand she has a child. But I'm not finna disclose who the child is. A lot of y'all do know who the child is. It is what it is. But you can't. They said the FBI watching all this stuff, so I'm just trying to
I know, just talk.
I'm just trying to make sure we stay good. I don't need no knock on my door.
Just keep talking.
But from the things we've heard, I think Jane plotted a lot. I think once that lawsuit came out and Diddy settled like that, I think that's when the light bulb went off in her head. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what, because even though she sent those texts after everything came out about
the lawsuit.
What I'm saying, everything came out pertaining to Cassie and with the lawsuit and her whole story.
Oh, it was the first day under cross-examination, and it was sassy and spicy.
She was very sassy on the stand. They asked her what's a high-end bed, like a Birkin. It was something. They was like, can you describe? And she hit him with, you should. I'm sure you have one. You know what it is.
Was it like a Bottega bag or something?
A Bottega bag. And I'm like, shorty, why you just can't answer them directly the same way you give prosecution? Mm-hmm. You getting smart with them. Yeah. But you was just meeting with them prior. Yeah. You had been meeting with them.
Say who did, like.
You just had been meeting with Diddy's defense team prior, and then you decided, hey, let me the light bulb went off you. I need to play this role, because I might be rewarded better if I play this role than play that role. Side. So you decided to choose a side. To what you just said, right?
I was just yeah.
She decided to pick a side in the whole ordeal.
It was the first day under cross-examination, and it was sassy and spicy.
During the multi-day cross-examination by Sean Diddy Combs' defense attorney, Tenny Garagos, Jane acknowledged that she regretted some of her choices, but emphasized they were made under emotional pressure.
The defense was trying to show that Jane was a willing, maybe even eager participant in the kind of sexual lifestyle that Sean Combs was pushing, and they saw occasions when she would text Sean Combs about nights they could get slutty together.
She admitted to taking charge in the so-called freak-offs, going so far as to personally pick the escorts who took part.
She also testified about not sometimes liking these escorts and being attracted to them, and that she, on her own accord, she testified, Jane, that she would sometimes dismiss these escorts and that Combs would be fine with it.
Jane also
That is true. That is true.
revealed that she loved to bathe Diddy and watch his favorite show, Dateline. She testified that Combs was open early on about his polyamorous lifestyle, which she initially accepted but later struggled with.
Jane also testifying about the chemistry between herself, Combs, and a male escort, Paul, saying it was so strong they nicknamed it the trifecta.
She especially had trouble with his public relationship with Young Miami. Jane went on to express frustration over unequal treatment, noting that other...
And that's the thing, like, because, like, her role in the whole... Because they came up with a whole new name. And that's the reason why it was kind of weird to me when they asked Cassie, so who came up with the name Freakouts? Mm-hmm. And Cassie, again, don't take something out the context and try to roll with it. But Cassie, you remember so much, but then you choose not to remember certain things. So it's like selective memory. Mm-hmm. I can remember this, but I don't want to remember that. So when they asked her, who came up with the term Freakouts? I can't recall that, but you recall everything else. Mm-hmm. Diddy and Jane Doe called them, hotel nights. Hotel nights. They're the same thing. They're just called with Cassie. So I don't know how truth it is, but I'm leaning to the side of I feel like Cassie came up with the term freakouts. Now I'm just putting that out there. I think Cassie was the one who originally called them freakouts, and that was their thing. Yeah. They just, you know what I'm saying, they wrote, and then this lady called them. They roll with it. Yeah, they roll with it, and this lady called them hotel nights, and they roll with that. Mm. Because I feel like if Diddy could call them freakouts, he would always call them freakouts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That would be his MO. That would be his thing, is just to say, "Oh, we having a freak out." You know. Also, it was real weird to me when Jane Doe said that she went and bought them matching shorts to feel attracted, so she can make sure she's attracted to him. I said, shorts make you attracted to someone? How would matching shorts make you attracted to someone? And she bought a whip. And I'm like, that shows me you trying to be more involved, you know? Mm-hmm. But can shorts make a woman attracted to a man? I'm just asking you a question. You a lady. You just here. You know what I'm saying?
Shorts?
Just some, I don't know, some hoochie daddy shorts.
What type of shorts were they? I
don't know if there was some swim trunks or some
like
hoochie
some
daddy.
tight shorts that show the print a little bit more. Like I'm like, because they about to be off, so I don't really understand.
Because once they come off, so the shorts was to make you more attracted to them, but once the shorts come off, do they make you less attracted? Because they're no longer there.
That'll be a question for Jane. I have no clue.
But I'm just saying, what's the relevance of, I bought the shorts because it made me more attracted to them?
I think it was just more so of something that you had to come up with off the top. I don't know. Because that just don't make sense to me, but everybody different between each
other. Now, the whips, I know what you were doing with the whip. You were trying to get a little freaky. Y'all already being freaky. I guess you just wanted to elevate it a little bit more. Whatever happens in your bedroom, that happens in your bedroom. A lot of other people do some freaky things in their bedroom. Some do even freakier things than what Diddy. And you know what's so crazy? Because people act like this is the most obscene things that has ever been heard or seen, right? Well, what Diddy and his girls do. Y'all do know there's a thing called swinger parties, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all do know where married couples or couples go to these big events and there are a plethora of people, everybody naked, and everybody just sexing all each other. That's some wild. That's probably more wild than this is. Mm-hmm. All of it's just some freaky weird. Not weird, necessarily weird, because that's what you want to do. And who are we to judge whatever you do in your bedroom? Y'all just some freaks. Mm-hmm. And Diddy, you know they always say, I hear Scorpio.
I don't know.
His birthday in November, early November.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Don't they say for Scorpios be the freaky? Somebody say, hey, don't put that on my side. I'm just saying they say some Scorpios be the freakiest, right?
I don't know.
See, you done heard.
I ain't heard nothing. You be hearing stuff I don't be hearing about.
I don't even play a role into the whole, like, but they do say them Scorpios be, I don't know.
Miami. Jane went on to express frustration over unequal treatment, noting that other women received lavish gifts and trips while she did not, even when she complied with Combs's requests.
And then Tenny Garrigo says, yeah, but you got a lot of gifts, didn't you? Did you get a Chanel bag? And she looked at her and said, no, I only got trauma. What about a Bottega Veneta bag? And she sort of recoiled at that.
Financially, Jane...
How much is a Bottega bag? Let's see. She got a Bottega bag. This must be a fake one. Or this must be
It's
a clutch
pre-owned
bag.
auction.
Because which one do you think that's more what you would know? Which one you probably...
I don't know.
Uh,
I just know those are...
they ain't bad price-wise. That ain't
I just know that those are a little bit pricey. I don't care what you talking about. Those are a little bit pricey.
What about Chanel? Chanel higher, right?
Look it up. I don't know. Like a comparison. I don't know. Or probably about the same.
Let me ask you this. You think jealousy has a lot to do with like her mindset as far as pertaining to the case? You think it's more based on not necessarily what she went through, but jealousy of what she believed he was doing with other women?
I can't speak on to the question you asked me, but do I think that she was a very jealous person? Yes. Do I think that some of the things that she's pushing as far as like
That's same price range.
yeah, so I said they're probably about the same, give or take, depending on the style, the size, and stuff like that. But I can just speak on like just from what I've heard and what she said and the way that she acts after like seeing something or like seeing him with one of the other girls or hearing about something. I do know, or it seems as so, just my opinion, that she was very jealous-hearted. And sometimes jealousy make people do some crazy things. They be like, especially now since y'all, I don't even know what y'all call it, because since he's still, are y'all still technically together?
I would say
that's
so.
That's weird to me, because I'm like, you up here
taking a stand
against him, but he's still paying your rent and he's still paying your legal fees. But are y'all technically together? I don't know. That whole thing has been confusing to me.
So she get mad because he's buying other women's Chanel bags and taking them on luxury trips, but he did take her on trips. He bought her a Bottega bag, and I had to compare the price. I'm not into the high end fashion. Bottega and Chanel can roughly go about around the same price. It's just all comparisons as far as the style. So how are you jealous and say he's doing more for them when he's doing the same? You should have asked for a Chanel bag instead of Bottega bag. Should ask for a different brand. It's the same. He tricking. That's all. He a trick.
Yeah, and also, I really don't know.
It hit my head.
It your head.
It ain't tricking if you got a trick.
My allergies. But what I was about to say, like they stated earlier, like he did, let her know, like, hey, you're not the only one, right? Mm-hmm. I have other girls. Mm-hmm. This is what it's gonna be.
And she came in the picture in 21. She
was okay with it at first, but she soon, I guess, stated that she wasn't okay with it.
When did he start dating Miami?
I think 21 as well.
So around the same time. But Gina was already in the picture.
Or was it before?
Gina was already in the picture, though.
Was it before?
That part I can't attest to.
I don't know. As far as like when you started, I really don't know.
I know Jane Doe, because Jane Doe said they...
honestly, for me, it's just too much to keep up with. But I like I was trying to say, I think just her thing is that even though she agreed with it at first, later on she said that she didn't really agree with it anymore, him having multiple girls, whatever the case may be. Can I finish a statement? She just wanted to be the only one. Like,
all I was finna say, and after she said that, he told her she's free to
go.
Yeah. And she didn't want to.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to...
Jane confirmed Combs wired her over $150,000 during their time together and invested $20,000 into her dress business.
Jurors are really going to have to wrestle with the fact that he's paying her legal fees, he's paying her rent, present day, while she's pretty much testifying against him.
Jane spoke about a hotel night around New Year's 2022, describing it as lasting roughly 3 days and involving 3 men. She also testified about using the promise of a hotel night to convince Combs to end a trip with another woman, Young Miami, calling it the first time she, quote, pulled that card.
If you don't come home now, we're not going to do anything you want to do. Jane telling the court, that was the first time I was so upset that I pulled that card.
The jury was also shown angry texts Jane sent after discovering Combs had taken another woman on a birthday trip to Turks and Caicos. She says they reconciled when Combs planned a Turks and Caicos trip for just the 2 of them.
It also hit in my head, the birthday trip. Because her birthday and the other chick birthday are like, what, a day or 2 apart. That really sent her over the edge. So, because just imagine, you know what I'm saying, not it's happening. But I'm dating you, dating another woman. Y'all birthday 2 days apart, a day or 2 apart. I'm taking her on a trip. Now you see all on the tabloids and on media that I'm on a birthday trip with her in Turks and Caicos while you in the house in L.A. You gonna be pissed off, ain't you? You ain't spending, you know what I'm saying? That should be our special time.
It ain't that special. You got
I'm saying it's your birthday though.
It ain't that special.
It's your birthday and I know
you got 3, 4, 5 girlfriends. It ain't that special. But yeah, that's definitely a hypothetical.
See, because I ain't signed up for the bullshit like that.
I ain't that girl. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it'll piss like you choosing. Yeah, it'll piss anybody off. But then also, like I keep saying when we have our private conversations. Like, you know what the deal is. Like, it's not like you blindsided or like this is new information or like you didn't know about these other people, these other girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that was, like, it was known. Like, he let it be known, like, up front. Like, hey, you're not the only one.
And he's always had multiple different girlfriends at the same time, right?
I'm assuming. I don't know. Just
only reason why I'm testing
according to everything that has come out, then it seems as so that this is just what he do, and girls just get on board with it and know how to play their role, and that's just that. So if they okay with it, to each his own. That's them. But
it just dawned on me in my head. Somebody else he was dating around that time too.
Go ahead.
Well, they assumed he was dating with Joey.
Oh, because they was spotted, yeah, kissing on a boat. Yeah.
Because I will say...
And even the other young girl, what's her name?
Laura.
Her, even, like, I don't know how long that lasted, but there was a thing for...
They went on family vacation.
I said, I guess I'll give them a couple months, few months. I don't know, because I don't know the exact time. Couple weeks, few months. I don't know. But that was a thing for, you know, and then even if that is with that, because, you know, they spotted them. What's her name?
Which one?
Kissing. Joe. Is it Joe? Joe?
You know more than I do. I don't know.
I really don't know. I don't be knowing these folks' names. I know people's face. I don't be knowing folks' names.
I just
like
know
that.
Bow Wow Future Baby Mama. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
But, like, yeah, they, you know, got that out there as far as that. That was a thing for a couple weeks, a couple months. I don't know.
People baby mamas don't.
Come on, boy. Come on.
I'm saying he loved going after other people in the industry, baby mamas. Ken was somebody that he already had a relationship with, baby mama. Because Al B. Shore, through the whole Uptown Records thing, so he already had a connection with that.
Maybe that's a thing. Maybe
Cassie was somebody else's girl. He must have take your girl. Ain't that a song he is or something like that?
It's somebody's, but I don't know who song it is.
No, that's Still Your Girl. That's Trey Songz. I ain't talking about that, but he do be talking. I have heard him talk about Take Your Girl from.
I don't know. I ain't gonna put. I don't know.
So he took Ken from Al, Cassie from Ryan,
Judge denies another mistrial motion.
Sean Diddy Combs' latest request for a mistrial in a sex trafficking case has been rejected.
The judge presiding over Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial, the Honorable Arun Subramanian, has denied the defense's second motion for a mistrial, which accused prosecutors of misconduct by presenting knowingly false testimony from Brianna Bungalan.
She says Diddy burst in, groped her, then picked her up and held her over the balcony 17 stories high.
Bungalan, a close friend of Cassie Ventura, had testified that Combs once dangled her over a 17th floor balcony in 2016, a claim the defense challenged by presenting hotel records showing Combs was in New York at the time of the alleged incident in Los Angeles. They also argued that Cassie said she witnessed this incident, but text messages indicate she only heard about it.
The defense thinks that this was prosecutorial misconduct, that they put on perjured testimony in front of the jury. So that's the issue.
You think that's perjured testimony with the evidence? Because they have proof that Diddy actually had to be, he was at two events, right, during that time period. That's the night of the accident. The incident. The day prior that follows into that morning that she said it happened.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
He had a concert thing, right?
I apologize. I kind of tuned out a little bit.
Chill. But
I guess so. Yeah, because my thing, I'm like, you can't be in two places at one time, right?
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, I presume. I don't know.
Unless y'all got y'all dates mixed up, but I'm like, if y'all was texting each other back and forth, then you would have those dates on the phone. So there's no really.
And Cassie said she was there, but she was also with him somewhere else.
Well,
so
you said she was there when you testified, but then come to find out you wasn't there, and it was something that was told to you second, third.
However.
I don't know who, whatever. However, you found out. So.
He dangled you over the balcony, but he had a concert that he was at that night. And then he had an appearance the next morning that he did. And they said it's a 5-hour flight there. Then he would have had to make the commute to Cassie's apartment. Don't know the distance of the commute. Then after he had that altercation with that, he would have had to leave. Then he had to go travel back to and fly. And so in the span, basically, it would have took 12 hours of no rest for him to really be able to do all that, unless he sleep while flying. That's a lot.
But then also, like, if that is the case, because not saying someone can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Especially someone that seems to not get sleep anyway. Since y'all be, whatever, used to it, I guess. But if that is the case, then that's crazy. Like, why? Like, it's something's that serious for you to have to come and do that?
And then if he just dangled your friend over the balcony and you witnessed it, but you was also doing a guest appearance with him the next morning with the other situation. I don't know,
but
sounded a little possible perjury to me. Also, she did a test and said that Cassie reached out to her and asked her could she talk about that story and use her name, and she told Cassie no. Cassie used it anyway, and she told Cassie, hey, you actually got the information incorrect. So I don't know the truth on that part either.
During the tense cross-examination, Combs' attorney pressed Bungalan on this contradiction. Despite the dramatic exchange, which Judge Arun Subramanian likened to a, quote, Perry Mason moment, he ruled that the defense suffered no prejudice, as they were able to thoroughly challenge Bungalan's account in front of the jury. Prosecution requests the removal of a juror.
Oh, so that's the juror.
In front of the jury.
So we got a male, female, male. Male, female, male, female. So it's how many females? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. And so that's 8 males? That's a lot of men.
Yeah.
Prosecution requests the removal of a juror.
Prosecutors now expressing some concerns over a juror in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial.
In a rather surprising moment at Sean Diddy Combs' trafficking trial, prosecutors asked for a juror's removal, Juror number 6, citing what they described as a, quote, lack of candor with the court, an issue serious enough they claim to warrant dismissal.
Juror number 6 is a 41-year-old African-American or black male who, during voir dire, said that he knew some of the facts of the case, but he could put that aside and still consider the evidence in this case. Now, it seems like the AUSA or the government has come forward and said that there seems to be a lack of candor.
Lead prosecutor Maureen Comey told Judge Subramanian that although the request was reluctant, they felt compelled to act.
At issue, juror number 6, a black male from the Bronx.
However, defense attorney Alexandra Shapiro strongly opposed the move, calling it a, quote, thinly veiled effort to dismiss a black juror.
Tenny Garagos pushed back on the AUSA's reference to the lack of candor and said this is a thinly veiled attack to try to knock off another African-American juror on the jury.
The jury consists of 12 people, 8 men and 4 women, ranging in age from 30 to 74, along with 6 alternates. All of the jurors' identities remain confidential. Before we continue, be sure to...
I never knew whether or not they had got him off or not. You know what I'm saying? I did hear that they were trying to have him removed.
Well, I figured since we didn't hear that he was and replaced, and I figured that he was still there.
Yeah, that's what I presumed as well.
Because I'm like, why now? Like, it's this.
The prosecution about to rest their case. So
like,
why?
you know what I'm saying? Like, because they was trying to get him removed like around.
Was it last week?
Was it last week?
I think they first brought it up like last week.
I'm like, y'all wait until y'all took all this time.
It was during Jane Doe's testimony.
Y'all took all this time to now want to have him removed?
And I think it was doing cross-examination of her testimony with the first day.
Probably. I don't know.
And that's when they, because he was making gestures. Because he supposed it's him. I don't know who it is.
I don't know either, but...
Your settings and switch on notifications. Las Vegas trip with icon rapper.
Specifically discussing an issue from 2024 when Jane testified that she flew to Las Vegas with a friend of hers who's a famous rapper.
Jane's testimony about a 2024 trip to Las Vegas stirred significant attention in the courtroom. During direct
So, did she fly with the rapper or did she fly with the lady? Or did she fly with them both?
Well, regardless, I would say... What relevant? Like, is that important for you to know?
It is.
It is.
Examination, she described traveling in January 2024, while briefly separated from Sean Diddy Combs on a private jet with an unnamed icon rapper and his entourage. The trip was part of a birthday celebration. That night, according to Jane, the group watched a woman engage in sexual activity with a male adult entertainer known as Antoine, whom she knew from prior...
Is it Antoine or Anton?
Antoine.
Because I always say Anton.
Because you country. Antoine.
No, I always say Anton. I'll never say Antoine.
Antoine. I don't know what is that. I just say whatever you be telling me. I don't know.
It's not what I say.
Or what I hear other people when they reporting on it, how they pronounce it. People pronounce it different.
In sexual activity with a male adult entertainer known as Antoine, whom she knew from prior encounters with Diddy. She further testified that the high-profile rapper asked for other male escort recommendations. Jane went on to say that she had never been intimate with Antoine outside of her hotel nights with Combs. However, after she reconciled with him later that year, he accused her of being unfaithful. As for the identity of the icon rapper, defense attorney Mark Agnifilo pushed for the names of those present during the Las Vegas encounter to be disclosed.
Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo argued that they should go on the record with their real name so that when someone hears about testimony who's outside of the trial and they might have information about that testimony, that they can come forward.
However, Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey objected, arguing that doing so would amount to an effort to, quote, harass and intimidate the witness. Judge Arun Subramanian ultimately ruled that the January 2024 incident was not directly tied to the trafficking charges against Sean Combs, and therefore the rapper involved did not in fact need to be named.
They're arguing that this is an infringement on Jane's privacy because these are people that she's connected to and events that she participated in.
Are you continuing to...
And what you just said is the reason why they trying to get it disclosed, because then then we could be able to call those people up. If we disclose that, then we possibly could disclose the alleged act, and then they can attest of what actually happened. Because which attests to whether or not it was coercion on Diddy's part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we can. Because then you'll have to reveal who Jane Doe is, which also then now we can start naming who those individuals were in that party. Because the problem I have is, why would they ask you directly, do you know any other guys?
Mm-hmm.
Because how would they even know you know this guy? How would they even know that you wouldn't even know any escorts? Did you provide them the escort? Did you inform them that you knew an escort, and that's how they even got a hold to, what's his name, Antoine? Or because also they didn't, Watch Mojo didn't speak on it, but they did ask, did she know any others? And she told them another one that she frequently had these encounters with as well, out of Atlanta. And she gave him their contact. She reached out to him for him as well. So it possibly how they even got that guy that was engaged into the act at that time in Vegas is because of Jane Doe. And why would they feel comfortable flying you out to an event like that? You don't invite, like, that's something, if we want to keep private, we're not just going to invite you out if that's not something that you already do. And we know, and that's one thing they asked her, why would they feel comfortable with asking you, do you know any other people? And why would you, if it's not something that you're comfortable with already, and that's just something you do with Diddy, you'll be like, hey, I'm not finna sit around, I'm leaving. Because you would have got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because you said you was always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You would have been uncomfortable watching another woman go through the same thing that you went through because it's so traumatic to you. So, because traumatic experiences, if it's such a traumatic experience for you, you're not wanting to watch somebody else go through those same traumatic situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
especially with someone you're familiar with, but yeah.
Especially with someone you're familiar with, you also, and then they flew you out on a private jet to Vegas, which is another. I don't know if her Diddy ever had a situation in Vegas or not. And then the friend. I don't know. It's just something just don't make sense to me, and something's just not adding up, because all of a sudden they're having an encounter with the same guy that you knew, that you and Diddy have an encounter with, that you didn't know that you was going to this type of party. And it turned out to be something that, and not only that, you flash yourself at the party. What made you want to show your hoo-has to everybody if that's not something that you participate in?
Mm-hmm.
Because you go to a party, you flashing your hoo-has?
No.
I'm just using you because you're another woman here.
Yeah,
and most women who are watching it will say, I'm not flashing. Like, no, that's what me and my partner, I have a, like, no. And then Diddy caught her already also behind the scenes texting with Antoine personally. Outside of whatever they do.
Yeah.
Also as well, she had her favorites. Her main two favorites was Paul. And what's his name? What?
Cabral.
Cabral or something. Those were two of her favorites. Her personal favorites that she made sure every time that those, and this is a test. It was a time she said she didn't like the engagement because she said the guy had a little funk to him. And Diddy told her, "Oh, okay, we ain't got to do this cut. You can go do it. We pay you for your services, but you can go. You can leave."
Yeah.
So that shows the test was if she didn't like it
for your time.
Yeah, if she didn't like it, he was willing to not do it because she said he stinks. I can't. And Diddy was like, "Oh, okay, I'm cool. They dismissed him.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that confirms that if you didn't want to do it, you didn't have to do it. A little bit. That's a lot.
Yes.
It's always a lot.
Yes, it is. And I can't keep up. I just like you. Are you more tuned in than I am? I'm in and out. Like I hear a little something, but it just.
I just don't. I'm not just quick to like. I need solid, rock-proof evidence, and a lot of the evidence that's being presented is very much so a biased approach to it. A little biased, and I try to look at the full landscape and the full approach to it, and I'm like, if you give me 100% that he's forcing someone to do something, 100%. Like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna beat your ass, or you don't do this, I would believe it.
Mm-hmm.
With Cassie's situation, he brought that up to Cassie. Cassie was willing to do it before any physical abuse even had. Now, it's weird for him to even want to do this. I'm with y'all 100%. He shouldn't have even brought that to the girls. You know what I'm saying? Period. I'm with y'all 100%. But if he bring it up and they say they cool with it, my hands is off. Now that's something you signed up for.
Until you don't want to anymore.
And both have a test that they technically never said they did not want to do it. They both have a test and never said, I said no.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie later on said she reflected back on it and regret. But in the moment, she did not say no.
Which we all have regret about something.
We all have regretted about decisions we made in life that we look at hindsight and be like, damn, I really regret I even went through all that, because all that could have been avoided. My sanity could have been different, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, in Jane Doe's case, I don't know. I'm still kind of iffy about her. I'm still on the fence about her. She's a little, I don't know. She's a little kind of all over the place, or a little, I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about her. I'm still trying to.
And what we heard yesterday kind of threw me out the hoop with her. Her stepping off the stand once her interrogation or questioning is done.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves off the stand and go hug one of the defense attorneys, and then makes a gesture towards Diddy.
Well, she gave him a look. Gave him this
seductive.
This look.
Here's it.
Okay, no. She gave him this look, and then we heard this yesterday. This was from, I don't know when they get these.
6/12.
So it would have been the last day of her testimony,
which is Thursday, June 12th.
So yes, whatever you just said. And we heard that she stepped off the stand, gave Diddy this look, not like a evil look, more like a
baby, I'm with you. Whatever you need, just
like, I don't know, like this.
When you get your ass up out of this,
look of reassurance. I don't know what the look was. And then hugged one of his lawyers. I think that's strange.
It's the lawyer that was lawyer, the one that was crossing.
The woman the woman, yes.
She gave her.
I don't know how to say her name.
I can't say her name either, so I'm gonna just the lawyer that cross-examined.
Yes, her. And I was like, she did what now? When we heard that, I was just so confused. I said, yeah.
That sealed the deal for me.
I was confused about her and thinking that she was a little, but then now I'm really like, this girl is like
bad shit.
I don't know. That's just strange to me, but I really would like to know her reasoning for doing that and what was going through her head, or what made her do that.
That's the reason why I wish
Are you playing these tricks and games? Like, I don't know. So,
I wish they would say, like, yeah, we can go ahead and reveal who Jane Doe is.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no reason for you to hide your identity. To be 100%. Your life is not in danger.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going in witness protection after this. So why do we need to keep her secluded I feel like if they reveal who Jane Doe is, I feel like it would lead up to other things being revealed of who she is and her character, which would tarnish her as a witness. And a lot of times, that's the reason why they try to hide who the witness is, so you won't be able to get that information, because now I can consider you a hostile witness or unreliable witness, because I can show that you have a certain type of behavior or there's a pattern within your behavior that can benefit my client. But without revealing her identity, we can't use that information. So... And same way with Mia. That's the reason why when they tried to use that video, can't, unless they reveal who she is, you can't use that, because now it goes against who you are and what you're saying on stand, because now we got video evidence proof that you said that during this time period when he was supposedly assaulting you, you were making these things, these videos and these type of things. So why are you speaking so highly of someone who's also like doing you so dirty? And I wonder with Mia in her first lawsuit, because she said she was essayed by him. Why you didn't report that in your first lawsuit? Your first lawsuit then wasn't on the grounds of that. Your first lawsuit that y'all ended up selling for $400,000 was due to something else. But you said he had already previously assaulted you. I would have thought. But she said because she was afraid of it. But you already had, you get what I'm saying? It was out of fear, but you sued him for things anyways. But then you go back working for him after that, which is weird to me as well. But
that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. And like I've been saying, because, it's weird on Diddy part too, though.
Very much so.
Come back, but
very much so. And now, let me address one thing from comments that a lot of people were saying in a previous video that we did with Diddy. Even if somebody holds something and they're using it for what they were saying, insurance, they're still on the grounds of bribery or blackmail. You're using it for self-gain, which is still illegal. It's illegal to blackmail somebody. It's illegal to hold onto things for, what was the term again? Insurance. That's not legal. I can't have something of you and say, well, I'm gonna use this for insurance.
Because we made a video together.
Yeah.
And you like, even though we married or something.
Yeah, 20 years down the line.
Or whatever. I'm going to hold on to this just in case I need to use it later on. You know what I'm saying?
She can press charges on me because now I'm blackmailing.
Like, you going to hold on to what? For what?
Any information, any information you holding and you keeping just because I need this for insurance when the relationship is over and you have both separated and you like, he wasn't doing anything. He had already moved on. He had he had plethora of girlfriends after her. He wasn't in contact with her. He wasn't threatening her. What insurance is there needed? But you use this information to get your $20 million. It's blackmail. That's what it was. I don't care what anyone says. It was blackmail. Learn you something.
But I am so ready
for this all to be over.
For this trial to be over.
Well, we got the defense up now.
I know, and I'm ready for them to come and go. I'm ready for it to be over. Like I ain't trying to rush nobody. Faith and life, because your freedom on the line. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
you kind of tired.
I am just.
But it's new stuff being dropped all the time though.
I'm tired of talking about it.
It's new messiness dropped all the time though.
Yeah.
Cause like the bombshell with the whole Vegas thing is wild to me.
I'm pretty sure it's so much more. The industry is a weird and crazy and freaky and every word you can think of that it's a. And
that's the reason why I said in the beginning I feel like the prosecution and the defense are both gonna hide a lot, and that's the reason why I said do you reveal everything? They can open some floodgates of other things, or do you continue to hide the things that they could possibly benefit?
We'll see what direction they go. Like I told you earlier, when do they start?
They supposed to the prosecution supposed to arrest their case today, Friday, 6/13.
So they'll
June
be
13th.
Monday.
But they might not, just depending.
They may or may not. But okay. But like I said, the defense gonna have to come hard if they want to win, because what it's looking like right now, I don't know, child. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I ain't on this side or that side. I'm just listening and taking in what I can take in, as
right
much
now,
as I can hold, and that's just that. I'm just
right now. I'm
a viewer.
I'm still looking at it as a possible mistrial. I don't think there's hard enough evidence to prove that he's innocent.
But they've tried that several times. Not saying that they can't keep trying.
But I do think he'll be found guilty on certain things, but not all things.
But But all they need is what?
I do believe they got him on certain things with the RICO. I do believe they got him on certain things with the RICO,
right.
And not prostitution. I believe he 100% guilty of prostitution.
And what else you need? You just need one more.
No. So you need 3. You need 2 under the RICO.
And then.
But then he's being tried for RICO, sex trafficking, and each one carries their own weight. But for him to be found guilty of the RICO, you need 2.
No. I know that. I'm saying. Oh, okay.
That's what. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Thank you. But I'm just saying, regardless of if you feel like I'm saying he gonna get time regardless.
Yeah.
I guess now it's how much time.
But I think
if they find him guilty,
I'm saying that's what I believe. But I believe he's gonna be. It's gonna be a hung jury.
Oh, you think it's gonna be a hung jury? We'll see. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
But I personally believe prostitution. The RICO kind of looking like solid on one, but I don't know about the others. But the prostitution, 100%. The sex trafficking. Also, his sex trafficking is not because of Cassie, but it's because of Jane Doe. They're pushing sex trafficking regarding Jane Doe, not Cassie, because Cassie is also, think about it, y'all. There's a thing of, what is it called?
Statute of limitation.
Statute of limitation. I don't think Cassie's, I'm going to have to look it up. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm going to look it up by the time it's come out. I think the statute of limitation for Cassie, if it's considered sex trafficking, possibly is up. I think it's possibly up. For them to be able to charge him with that. Let me see. We can look up statute of... See, I don't say. Limitation of 10 years, while others may. Where is this at, though?
You didn't specify.
Chill. Because I did hear what 5 years from the date of the offense was committed. So they only they went for. Charged him in 2024. Cassie left him in 2028. That's 6 years. So the statute of limitation for Cassie.
So this is federal statute of limitation.
Yeah. So the offense, any sex trafficking pertaining to Cassie, is up.
So what's this right here? Like, additionally, some civil claims
to payout
to human trafficking may have a longer statute of limitation, such as 10 years for victims of sex trafficking.
That's the reason why she was able to win as far as the $20 million. She got $20 million. But for the feds to be able to charge him, the sex trafficking case is Jane Doe and not Cassie. But hey, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Here in the code.
We are.
We
out.
Time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.